Here is doctoral paper number 10, centered on question number 10 of the U.S. Civics Test. Open quote, what is freedom of religion? Answer, you can practice any religion or not practice a religion. Close quote. Doctoral paper number 10, freedom of religion, the sacred right to seek, question, and be. Freedom of religion is not just a constitutional clause, it is a spiritual sanctuary codified in law. It affirms that the human soul must not be coerced into belief, nor punished for its pursuit of truth. It guarantees each person the right to practice any religion, or none at all, as an expression of conscience, identity, and sacred curiosity. This right, protected by the First Amendment, functions as the moral cornerstone of pluralism. It anchors the United States not to any one theology, but to a transcendent idea that government cannot define, dictate, or deny your path to meaning. I, the inner temple, belief without permission. To be spiritually whole is to recognize that belief is not an inheritance. It is a journey. Freedom of religion means that this journey cannot be hijacked by the state, restricted by majority opinion, or narrowed by public policy. This freedom affirms that truth is not uniform, and that the diversity of faiths, traditions, and philosophies is not a weakness of a nation, but its spiritual strength. In Systems Design and Leadership, Shippers 2025 reminds us that adaptive cultures emerge not from sameness, but from tension. Transformed into trust, freedom is the constitutional analog of that principle. Freedom from and freedom for. Freedom of religion includes freedom from religion, a boundary that protects individuals from forced worship, imposed rituals, or government-endorsed belief. But it also includes freedom for spiritual expression, prayer, gathering, sacred texts, public rituals, sacred dress, and more. This dual function, protection from and empowerment for, is what makes the First Amendment revolutionary. It does not simply tolerate faith, it defends the conditions necessary for it to be authentic. Religious freedom in a digital, globalized world. In today's interconnected world, religious freedom is tested not only by governments, but by social algorithms, ideological echo chambers, and cultural polarization. The right to believe differently and to be respected for that belief must now be protected in both physical and digital spaces. As artificial intelligence shapes discourse and influences worldviews, spiritual autonomy is more fragile than ever. Shippers 2025 warns that belief systems can be subtly eroded by algorithmic reinforcement loops and disinformation campaigns, reducing faith to digital tribalism. True freedom must therefore include digital literacy, platform neutrality, and ethical tech governance. IVOR, stillness and the sacred unknown. At its deepest level, freedom of religion also protects the right to not know, to question, to wrestle, to explore. It guards not only belief, but the sacred uncertainty that often precedes it. In that sense, it is not just a political freedom. It is a spiritual breathing room. This echoes Leora's view that spiritual growth depends not on certainty, but on space. To be free in matters of religion is to be free to listen to sacred texts, inner intuition, communal rituals, or even to silence itself. Conclusion: the right to wonder and withhold. What is freedom of religion? It is the right to seek without sanction, to worship without weaponization, to dissent without dehumanization, to be part of a sacred lineage or to walk away from it. In defending this freedom, we protect not just belief, but the dignity of the searcher. And in a time of noise, that might be our most urgent stillness. References: U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, 100 Civics Questions for the Naturalization Test, Q10, What is Freedom of Religion? Shippers D 2025, From COVID to Cognitive Collapse, Iron Dog LLC. AI, Higher Ed, and the Workforce Revolution, Nastro Davis Publications. Would you like to proceed with doctoral paper number 11, covering question number 11, what is the economic system in the United States?